Have you ever found yourself standing in a room, completely forgetting why you walked in? Or maybe you're in the middle of a sentence and the words just vanish. You feel like you're walking through a thick mental haze, unable to think clearly, make decisions, or even remember simple things. This frustrating, disorienting experience is often called brain fog, and if you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, it's a feeling you might know all too well. It's not your imagination, and you are not losing your mind. This is a very real and debilitating side effect of the constant stress, confusion, and emotional turmoil that narcissistic abuse inflicts. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on what brain fog really is, how narcissists intentionally create it to maintain control, and most importantly, we'll explore practical, powerful steps you can take to clear that fog, reclaim your mental clarity, and start your healing journey. So, what exactly is this brain fog we're talking about? Medically, it's not a standalone condition, but a symptom of other issues. It feels like a cognitive impairment. Your brain just isn't firing on all cylinders. You might experience poor concentration, difficulty processing information, memory problems, mental fatigue, and a general feeling of being spaced out. Now, when this is caused by narcissistic abuse, it's a direct result of chronic stress. Your body and mind have been in a constant state of high alert, a survival mode known as fight, flight, or freeze. Living under this constant threat floods your system with stress hormones like cortisol. Over time, elevated cortisol can physically impact the brain, particularly areas responsible for memory and executive function, like the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. It's like trying to run a computer with 100 programs open at once. Eventually, it's going to slow down, freeze, and crash. That's what brain fog feels like. It's your brain's way of saying, I'm overwhelmed, I'm exhausted, I can't take any more. Understanding this is the first step, but the next part is crucial. Realizing that this confusion isn't just a random byproduct of the abuse. It is often a deliberate tactic used by the narcissist to control you. Narcissists are masters of creating chaos and confusion because a confused mind is an easily manipulated mind. One of their most notorious tools is gaslighting. They will deny things they said or did, even with proof right in front of you. They'll tell you, I never said that. You're just being too sensitive. Or the classic, you're crazy. They do this over and over until you start to doubt your own perception, your own memory, and your own sanity. You begin to think, maybe I am misremembering things. Maybe I am overreacting. This self-doubt is the fertile ground where brain fog grows. Another tactic is constant circular conversations, or word salad. You try to address a problem, and they'll twist your words, bring up unrelated issues from the past, play the victim, and send the conversation in so many different directions that you end up completely exhausted and more confused than when you started. The original point is lost, nothing gets resolved, and you're left feeling drained and mentally scrambled. They also create confusion by moving the goalposts. What they loved about you yesterday is what they criticize you for today. The rules are always changing, so you're constantly walking on eggshells, trying to anticipate their next move. This state of hypervigilance is mentally exhausting. It consumes all your cognitive resources, leaving very little energy for clear thinking, problem solving, or even remembering your grocery list. The narcissist thrives on this. When you are foggy and uncertain, you become more dependent on them to define your reality. They become your source of truth, which gives them the ultimate power and control over your life. They need you to be in a fog so you can't see the clear, bright truth that you are being abused. But here is the good news. The most important part of this entire video. Just as the fog rolled in, it can also roll out. Your brain is incredibly resilient, and you have the power to heal your mind and regain the clarity you once had. Healing from narcissistic abuse is a journey, and clearing the brain fog is a huge part of that. Let's talk about some practical, actionable steps you can take right now. First and foremost, focus on regulating your nervous system. Remember that fight or flight mode? We need to teach your body that it's safe now. Deep diaphragmatic breathing is one of the most powerful tools for this. When you feel overwhelmed or foggy, stop what you're doing. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. The longer exhale signals to your nervous system that the threat has passed. Do this for just a few minutes, several times a day. It's like a reset button for your brain. Grounding techniques are also fantastic. Focus on your 5 senses. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This pulls your mind out of the chaotic swirl of thoughts and anchors it firmly in the present moment, where you are safe. The second key is to nourish your brain. What you eat has a direct impact on your cognitive function. Reduce processed foods, sugar, and excessive caffeine, which can exacerbate feelings of anxiety and fogginess. Instead, focus on a brain-healthy diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, found in things like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds. Antioxidants from berries, leafy greens, and colorful vegetables help fight inflammation in the brain. Also, hydration is non-negotiable. Your brain is mostly water, and even mild dehydration can significantly impair concentration and memory. Keep a water bottle with you and sip on it throughout the day. Think of it as rinsing the fog away from the inside out. Third, prioritize restorative sleep. Narcissistic abuse often destroys sleep patterns. You might struggle with insomnia due to anxiety or have nightmares. But sleep is when your brain cleanses itself of toxins that build up during the day and consolidates memories. It is absolutely essential for mental clarity. Create a calming bedtime routine. Turn off screens at least an hour before bed. The blue light disrupts your natural sleep-wake cycle. Try a warm bath, read a calming book, or listen to a guided meditation. Make your bedroom a sanctuary for rest. Protecting your sleep is protecting your sanity. Fourth, gentle movement is medicine for the mind. You don't have to run a marathon. A simple 20 or 30-minute walk outside can do wonders. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, releases endorphins, which are natural mood lifters, and helps reduce stress hormone levels. Activities like yoga and Tai Chi are particularly beneficial because they combine movement with mindfulness and deep breathing, directly targeting the dysregulated nervous system. Moving your body helps to move the stagnant, foggy energy out of your mind. Fifth, reconnect with your own mind through journaling. The narcissist trained you to doubt your own thoughts and feelings. Journaling is a way to reclaim them. Write down what you're thinking, how you're feeling, what you remember, without judgment. This practice helps you rebuild trust in your own perception. It's a way of validating your own experience and providing the clarity that the abuser stole from you. You can look back at your entries and see your own reality written in your own hand. It's an incredibly powerful tool for externalizing the confusion and seeing things more clearly. And finally, my 6th and perhaps most important suggestion: simplify. Your brain has been through a complex trauma. It needs a break. Don't try to multitask or take on huge, overwhelming projects right away. Break tasks down into small, manageable steps. If you have a to-do list, pick just one thing to focus on. Celebrate the small victories. Did you remember to take your vitamins? Awesome. Did you go for that walk? Fantastic. By reducing the external noise and demands on your cognitive resources, you give your brain the quiet space it needs to heal and recalibrate. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. You wouldn't expect to run a marathon with a broken leg. Don't expect your brain to function perfectly while it's healing from a significant injury. The fog will lift, but it might happen gradually. Some days will be clearer than others, and that's okay. Healing is not a linear process. It's a journey of reclaiming the pieces of yourself that the abuse tried to shatter. Clearing the brain fog is like the sun breaking through the clouds after a long storm. Suddenly, you can see the path ahead again. You can trust your own navigation, your own thoughts, your own inner wisdom. The clarity you're seeking is not lost forever. It's just been obscured. By taking these steps, you are actively polishing the lens of your own mind, allowing your brilliant, clear self to shine through once more. Thank you so much for watching and for taking this time for yourself. Your healing matters, and your clarity is worth fighting for. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Please feel free to leave a comment down below and share any strategies that have helped you clear the brain fog. You are not alone in this. I'll see you on the healing journey in the next video.